What's up, everybody? It's Shay, and I got a list of 10 questions you should never ask a lesbian because it just gets on their nerves. The questions are usually really ignorant and really retarded in general. And if you haven't been asked all 10 of these questions, you've probably been asked a few of them, and I'm sure you're sick of being asked these things. So, we're going to start with number 10. Number 10 is usually coming from one of your straight homegirls, and y'all probably been friends for a long time, and she sits you down one day, y'all chilling, and she hits you with the "why have you never hit on me" question, or "why ain't you ever tried to get at me?" I just think it's a silly question. I mean, not only do I think it's conceited, but I just think I don't know, it's like, just because I like girls don't mean that I'm attracted to every girl. So maybe you're not my type. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you are my type, but I know that you're straight, so I didn't want to offend you, or I didn't want to get involved in anything like that. I mean, I just think that's one of the silliest questions. I've been asked that a million times. Okay, number 9 usually comes from one of your homeboys that's a heterosexual, or just a random guy, and he hits you with the "do you want to have a threesome with me and my girl" type shit. No, I don't. I don't want penis in the situation at all. So just because you bring a girl in the bedroom, that doesn't mean there's not a dick there. I'm not feeling it. Most lesbians ain't feeling it. I mean, unless they're into polyamory and they're bisexual, I mean, why would you think that a lesbian would want to bone you and your girl? It's not going down. Number 8. Oh god, I hate this one. It's when you're sitting around and mutual friends, they know you're gay, blah blah blah, and they start telling this story about this random gay person that you've never met and you've never would ever be in their circle, and they assume that you know them just because they're gay, and they ask you like, "Well, don't you know such and such?" You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gay. I'm sure you know. No, I don't. Why do heterosexuals assume that just because I'm a lesbian, I know every other lesbian in my town? It's like, we don't have secret meetings where, somebody calls roll and sets up this, big underground homo railroad type shit. Like, we're not all accounted for. I don't know every gay person. I fucking think that's just, I don't know, retarded. Alright, number 7. Do you want to be a man? No. Just because I'm a lesbian does not mean for 1 second that I want to be a boy. And just because a guy is gay does not mean he wants to be a woman. It has nothing to do with that. If you knew anything about, the gay community in general, you'd know that's called transgender. That is not gay or lesbian. That has nothing to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just the assumption that because I like the same sex, I'm emulating a male is just retarded and unnecessary. Now, number 6 is kind of funny because this is a true story. I swear to God, it's not even like I'm just I wish I could say I made it up because it sounds fucking ridiculous when you hear it. But the "can you have kids" question, I've even been asked, do I still get my period? Like, what? Because I sleep with other women, my ovaries are broken? Or once I started sleeping with women, they disappeared, they vanished into thin air. I don't really know what would make a person think that because a woman sleeps with another woman, they can no longer procreate. I didn't get that one at all. But I've been asked it, and that's the strange about it. Okay, number 5. Being a lesbian that's never been with a man. I used to get this question all the time, especially when I was in, high school and growing up and shit like that. But they want to ask you, how do you know you're a lesbian if you've never been with a man or you've never tried heterosexual sex? And the best way I can explain that is just, you just know, like, how do you know as a straight person you're not a homosexual even though you've never had a homosexual encounter? Like, you just know what it is. I have no attraction sexually to males. I have attraction sexually to women. That's how I know. is what it is. There's no other way to explain that. It's just, I'm attracted to women. Just like you're not attracted to women. That cut and dry. Number 4, the assumption, or when they ask you, do you hate men because you're a lesbian? That means you hate them. No, I don't hate men at all. I mean, I don't have any use for them sexually, but most of my friends are guys. You know what I'm saying? Guys like to do what I like to do. I like to drink. I like to party. I like to play sports. I like to play PlayStation. So, not saying that girls don't like to do that, but majority of men love to do those things. So, most all of my friends are guys, so I have no hate for men. I just don't want a man in my bed. That's it. Number 3. Oh my god. I don't have to drink to this one. So what turned you gay? What exactly does that mean? Like, I would like to, address that question with a question. What is that? What is being turned gay? Like, I don't get. I don't understand. And like a lot of people, when I've asked that question, they say, "Well, have you had bad experiences with men?" No, haven't had any experiences with men. Okay? Once I say that, then they say, well, were you molested? Now, why is that? Why does it either have to be the reason I'm a lesbian is because men dogged me out, or I was molested? That is rude. Please, please don't ever ask a lesbian that question or even open that can of worms. I mean, it's the most ignorant fucking line of thought I've ever heard, that something traumatic has had to happen to a person for them to be a homosexual. So what you're telling me is that the reason you're heterosexual is because someone tried to fondle you that was gay when you were young, or you used to sleep with nothing but women and they did you wrong, so now you like boys. Like, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, where did they even do that at? Don't get it. Number 2, I mean, it just makes me want to choke somebody. Who's the boy and who's the girl? That is fucking the most retarded shit I've ever heard. I mean, it's just redundant. If I'm a lesbian, who would be the boy? Why would there be a boy? What does a boy have to do with a lesbian relationship? I don't get it. Obviously, neither one of us are boys, or I wouldn't be a lesbian. Dick. And number one most annoying question that you should never, ever, ever, ever ask a lesbian is, how do lesbians do it? Don't ask that. Don't even think it. Because if you think it, I'm sure you could think your way through it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? Is that something that needs to be said? How do lesbians do it? Probably the same way everyone else does it. I mean, what do you think we're doing? Braiding each other's hair until someone busts off? Like, are you serious? Well, all you can do, no, all you can, just use your imagination, dick. And leave it alone. And just don't say it out loud. Don't ask it. Don't even broach the subject. Just let it go. Watch a porn. Exactly. Better watch a porno. It's free online. It is. You can see. But yeah, 10 questions that you should never, ever ask a lesbian. Especially if you ask the right lesbian, because they're going to cuss you the fuck out. I'm one of those. I have no patience for the bullshit. Like, don't. Just be clueless. Live with it. You're not on this team anyway, so why do you need the information? Y'all had any other really annoying questions asked to you? I'd love to hear them, because I had a long list of things that I've been asked, but I couldn't, cram them all into one video. So if y'all have things that you've been asked that you think is just fucking retarded, comment, video response, like this video, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'll have something else to go off about shortly.